Alright guys, what is going on? This is the Club of the Man 1993 coming at you for a quick little special video, just give my thoughts on the recent news that was broke to me this afternoon. I actually found out of a tweet shared by my good friend Gene from the BS podcast here on YouTube. Shout out to Gene. Thank you for definitely making myself and my other friends on YouTube aware of this situation here. It has to do with former WWE superstar and also former Cruiserweight Champion Enzo Amore, Mr. You Can't Teach That. Of course, you know how a main roster career went before getting released, but it's an update, and it's got me mixed feelings, of course, also regarding as to, you know, how I really feel about this situation or not for him. Because if y'all remember, back in January, Enzo Amore had been accused of rape from a situation back in October in a hotel room. I can't remember where it was. I'll read the in Phoenix, Arizona, and he was suspended once. You know, it was announced that, you know, he was being investigated, but then he was fired and released a day later because he had known about him being under this investigation for a while now, and he broke his moral clause in his contract and didn't say anything to anybody. Here's the statement that was shared with me online, and I'll read it to you. It's from Tom Cargill. On January 2018, Eric Arndt, also known as Enzo Amore for World Wrestling Entertainment, WWE, was accused via the internet and social media of misconduct during the alleged incident in Phoenix, Arizona several months earlier. Prior to that date, no law enforcement of any other officials had contacted Mr. Arndt regarding such claims. However, after the careless, unfounded tirade on social media, Mr. Arndt learned of these accusations when his counsel reached out in Phoenix police. Subsequently, and as evidenced by the vast amount of online missions and other publicity available information, it was soon clear that the accuser exhibited a complete lack of truth or credibility. At all times, Mr. Arndt fully and unequivocally denies such accusations and remained confident in clearing his name. The Phoenix Police Department recently informed Mr. Arndt and his counsel that there is insufficient evidence in this matter and to warrant any criminal charges, that the matter will not be transferred to the county attorney for prosecution, and that their investigation case is closed. No charges were ever filed. The matter is closed. Mr. Arndt expressed his gratitude for the enormous amount of support from his fans and followers during this time period. The support has carried him through these events and opened his eyes to the faith and loyalty of those who have cheered and followed his career. His experience has further taught Mr. Arndt to be cautious with his personal associations because false, defamatory, and unfounded accusations can after and impact the lives and careers of the falsely accused and their families. Mr. Arndt is working diligently towards his next venture in the entertainment industry and looks forward to reconnecting with his fans in a big way in the very near future. So that, again, was, you know, the statement issued by Tom Cargill. I'll share it with this afternoon. So yeah, Enzo was innocent based off of, you know, not having any good evidence to prove that he was, you know, part of this scandal by the girl who accused him of rape, who she kind of looked really high to begin with whenever the video was released of her, you know, just revealing the case of, you know, what happened and whatnot. So what are my thoughts on this? Well, here's the thing. You know, I have heard rumors apparently how many times that Enzo was not well liked backstage on the main roster. He had a lot of heat. I've heard rumors of some incidents happening when he was thrown off the bus and whatnot. So it looked like WWE was going out of their way to make this guy, you know, a joke, which in some ways they did succeed. And of course, they threw him into the Cruiserweight division, made him, like, you know, the face of the Cruiserweight division, which just made absolutely no sense, as I still feel, because if they really didn't like this guy, then why did they, you know, and why did they make him, like, you know, the champion and the, you know, the guy to beat in a division that they didn't take seriously until Triple H took over right after Enzo was released? And it seemed like that you know, as soon as this thing of rape came up, he was immediately released after first being now suspended because of his moral clause. Now I can understand that, but think about it this way. Here's a part though where I would, you know, I'm trying to put myself in Enzo's shoes. I mean, I don't know Enzo personally. Like, I don't know Eric Arndt. I do not know him. But if I was him and I was like, always in hot water for something like that, wouldn't you also, hesitate just a little bit to, admit that what's going on here? Because you feel, they would just probably jump the gun, release you from your career really quickly, just like, what happened to him. So, I mean, like, in some ways, if that was the case, I wouldn't blame Enzo. But once again, I can't completely, be on board saying, yeah, Enzo was innocent in this whole thing, well, as far as, like, the whole, right. I mean, it's obvious right here, he was falsely accused of this crime. But as far as, like, him, like, not, saying something to WWE sooner about that and breaking his moral clause, again, I'm not sure, if everything that happened backstage was true or not. I mean, apparently, he did cheat on Liv Morgan, apparently, because they did briefly go out. So, I mean, I really don't know, like, personally what's going on. So, what I can say is, if this was the case, that Enzo really was just mistreated backstage and whatnot, and the stuff about him, all this heat and being treated like a joke backstage, is not true, then, man, does this really suck. And, but again, he could have spoken up, but I somewhat could see, why he wouldn't want to speak up based off of, the position that he was in. But that's my thoughts on Enzo Amore being declared innocent. Again, I don't know what's next for him, if he's going to, go on the independent scenes or whatnot, get his career built back up again. Don't know if he's ever going to return to WWE again someday, because the WWE, once Enzo was released, they took his profile completely off of WWE.com. Like, you can't even search his profile in the alumni section. He's not there. It's a shame, because, again, he was entertaining as heck with him and Big Cass when they were together in NXT. Their year on the main roster was not really too great, but, man, they were definitely one of the entertaining acts in NXT, and they just turned him around being just an annoying little son of a gun who no one could really stand at all. But, yeah, so Enzo Amore is innocent, but we'll see what's next for him. Well, Eric Arndt, as his real name is. But that's my thoughts on Enzo being declared innocent. What are your thoughts on Enzo being declared innocent from this whole rape allegation case? Do you think Enzo will ever come back to WWE? Do you think he will not? What do you think is next for Enzo? Leave your thoughts down in the comment section below. And be sure as always, click my like and subscribe to the channel. Follow me on Twitter at DemandAir93. I'll be up here a little bit later on doing my live NXT reviews. So until then, guys, have a great day and peace out, everybody.